Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from S1204C and today we're going to present about vinegar of carboxylic group.
For this group project, we consist of 4 members, in which first, Anis Intisa binti Ahmad Zaharuddin, Farah Adia binti Muhammad Ayub, Siti Nur Aisyah binti Muhammad Rizal, and last, Nur Saadah binti Nur Hair.
First of all, what is vinegar? Vinegar is one of the most widely used acidic condiments. We usually use vinegar to enhance food flavors and for cleaning. Recently, rapid advances have been made in the area of vinegar research. Different types of traditional vinegar are available around the globe and have many applications. Vinegar can be made either naturally through alcoholic and then acetic acid fermentation or artificially in laboratories. Vinegar is the product of acetic acid fermentation of dilute alcoholic solutions. So, vinegar are rich in nutrients which is acids, sugars, vitamins, and minerals. So, the functions of these nutrients were providence energy, regulation of cell metabolism regulation, immune regulation, antioxidation, anticoagulation, and improvement of brain development. These are the chemical elements that are present in vinegar. For the structural formula, the IUPAC name is ethanoic acid, or it is known as acetic acid or vinegar. For the chemical formula, it is CH3COOH. Next, these are the two functional groups that are present in vinegar, which is the carboxylic acid, which is R that bonded to C, double bond O, single bond OH. And then the acetic acid, which is CH3 that bonded to C, double bond O, single bond OH. As for the homolog series of vinegar is R bonded to C double bond O single bond OH, which is carboxylic acid, which is COOH.
So the next one is how vinegars are made. So vinegars undergoes two steps, which is step 1 is alcohol fermentation and the next step is acetic acid fermentation. For the step 1, which is alcohol fermentation, there are several different ingredients that can be used to manufacture vinegar, such as grapes, apples, oats, malted barley, sugar, beer, rice, and other ingredients. However, vinegar was probably originally created from wine as a commercial commodity. Sugar is present in fruit juice or other liquid. A yeast enzyme uses this sugar to produce alcohol, which is ethanol, and carbon dioxide, which is CO2 gas. So, the chemical reaction for this fermentation can be summarized by sugar, which is the fructose or glucose, react with ethanol plus 2 mol of carbon dioxide. Okay, so the next step is acetic acid fermentation. The two well-known acetic bacteria are Gluconobacter and Acetobacter. Acetobacter bacteria are comparatively better acid producers. By the action of the bacteria Acetobacter, the alcohol produced in the previous process, which is ethanol, reacts with atmospheric oxygen to produce acetic acid and water. Usually, the different flavors and aromas of vinegars are caused by the presence of organic acids and esters that are derived from the fruit and other source materials such as acetobacter. So, the chemical reaction for this step is ethanol that reacts with acetic acid plus water.
Now we're going to talk about the physical and chemical properties of vinegar. So for physical properties of vinegar is the state is green and the color is clear to pale yellow, while the odor is sharp and pungent for acetic acid, and the taste is sour. And for the boiling point is 100 Celsius until 118 Celsius, and for the melting point is 16.6 Celsius, which is a pure acetic acid, and for the density is 1.01 gram cubic centimeter, which is 5% of solution. And lastly, for physical properties is the solubility, which is mixed completely with water. Next, we're going to identify the chemical properties. For the pH is 2.4 until 3.4, which is acidic, and the main components, which is water and acetic acid, which contain 95% of water and 5% of acetic acid. And lastly is chemical formula. For acetic acid is C2H4O2.
For the benefits and uses of the compound, first, it improves digestion. Vinegar may modulate acid or alkaline, balance and promote the growth of healthy bacteria in the stomach. Vinegar treatment increase the antioxidant activity of fat liquid after digestion. Also, the stability of antioxidant in vitro gastrointestinal digestion is an important indicator that can reflect their possible beneficial influences on human health. Second, it is antibacterial. Vinegar is also rich in bioactive compounds which play antioxidant, anti-tumor, anti-carcinogenic, and antibacterial roles in maintaining human health. It has been shown that organic acids pass into bacterial membranes, which increases the synthesis of antimicrobial peptides, increases in turn osmotic pressure, stimulates the consumption of energy, and sabotage macromolecular synthesis. Next, vinegar also good for diabetes. There are several flavonoids in ACV such as cetirizine, ferulic acid, caffeic acid, and gallic acid, which can improve glucose metabolism. Polyphenols have been known as effective supplements for managing and preventing the morbidity of these two types of diabetes mellitus. It has been reported that polyphenols exerted excellent antioxidant activities, which repair pancreatic beta cells, enhance insulin sensitivity, and decrease blood glucose in diabetic. Also, it can lower chance of obesity. Consuming diets or foods with bioactive nutrients, such as fermented foods, has been proposed as an effective solution to improve the effectiveness of conventional treatments. Studies have shown that vinegar has the potential to improve hypertension, hyperlipidemia, obesity, diabetes, and regulate intestinal flora.
So now, we move on to chemical reaction of acetic acid. Firstly, we have reaction of acetic acid with alcohol. This reaction will produce esters and also water. For example, acetic acid react with ethanol to produce ethyl acetate and water. Secondly, we have reaction of carbonates with acetic acid. This reaction will produce acetate salts, carbon dioxide, and also water. For example, acetic acid react with sodium carbonate to produce sodium acetate, carbon dioxide, and also water. And lastly, we have reaction of acetic acid with metal. Some metals such as magnesium, zinc, iron undergo corrosion when exposed to acetic acid. This reaction will produce metal acetate. For example, acetic acid react with magnesium to produce magnesium acetate and also hydrogen gas. So, for the conclusion, acetic acid, commonly known as vinegar, is a weak organic acid that is important in both household and industrial setting. It is a clear, colorless liquid with a strong sour smell and a sharp taste. Some key physical properties of acetic acid include its boiling point of about 118 degrees Celsius, melting point of 16.6 degrees Celsius, and its ability to mix well with water. Chemically, acetic acid react with metal to form metal acetate and hydrogen, and with alcohols to form water and esters with COO functional group. It also shows acidic behavior by reducing hydrogen ions in water. These properties make it useful in cooking, cleaning, food preservation, and even in some chemical manufacturing processes. Studying acetic acid helps us to improve our knowledge about it and take the advantages of vinegar uses.